Do you personally support the idea of conducting a raid or enforcement action in a church service, at a school?
Of course, if you have a person who is convicted of a violent crime, whether they're an illegal immigrant or a non-illegal immigrant, you have to go and get that person to protect the public safety. If they're worried about the humanitarian costs of immigration enforcement, let them talk about the children who have been sex trafficked because of the wide open border of Joe Biden.
You personally
let them talk
support
about
them going into
people
schools
like Laken
and
Riley
churches.
who were brutally murdered. I support us doing law enforcement against violent criminals, whether they're illegal immigrants or anybody else, in a way that keeps us safe. If you had a violent murderer in a school, of course I want law enforcement to go and get that person out.
I don't think we should abandon anybody who's been properly vetted and helped us. Do you stand by that?
Well, Margaret, I don't agree that all these immigrants or all these refugees have been properly vetted. In fact, we know that there are cases of people who allegedly were properly vetted and then were literally planning terrorist attacks on our country. That happened during the campaign, if you may remember. So clearly not all of these foreign nationals have been properly vetted.
But there are 30,000 people in the pipeline, Afghan refugees.
But my primary concern as the vice president, Margaret, is to look after the American people. We absolutely cannot unleash thousands of unvetted people into our country.
These people
it's not
are vetted.
good.
These people are vetted.
Just like the guy who planned a terrorist attack in Oklahoma a few months ago, he was allegedly properly vetted. Clearly he wasn't. I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted, and because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
Clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
Federal agents interrupted a party in Adams County early Sunday morning. They say 40 people who were arrested were undocumented, and some are connected with a violent criminal gang from Venezuela.
But there were also people from Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, Cuba, Romania, and Italy who were rounded up after federal agents surprised nearly 50 people gathered at a pop-up nightclub on North Federal Boulevard.
But I think that they know we're coming.
But these were TDA gang members. He said 4 pistols, along with drugs, were also confiscated here on Sunday.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I'll try everything, I promise.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
And I am so sorry that I caused pain, especially in my LGBTQIA+ community, because you guys are treasures.